Hello everyone, I welcome you all on this YouTube channel UPSC Logi, and this is me Rahul, and today we are going to cover the Hindu newspaper dated 4th of December 2020, and we are going to cover the Hindu analysis for your public administration optional for UPSC civil services examination. Mind this thing, we are not covering the Hindu for GS, we are only covering this newspaper for your public administration optional, that is there as one of the optional subject for UPSC and state PSCs etc. Okay, so let's get started, and before starting let me tell you that the magazine for public administration current affairs, that is Pubedpedia, is available on my YouTube on the website. So the link for the July, August and September edition is given in the description box, and also you can subscribe to the monthly to the 6-month and 12-month subscription, and the procedure for the same is also being tabulated, or it is being given, it is delineated in the description box below. Okay, so you can check out, and you have to fill the form if you want to get the subscription, and this is it. And let's begin with the Hindu dated 4th of December 2020. So which all are the important articles that you have to cover, that you have to refer when it comes to your public administration optional. Okay, so here if you just scroll down with me, there are news, there are many news like COVID-19 curfew and recovery rate, not relevant, not neither for GS nor for optional. And apart from that, COVID news you can easily skip insofar as the daily commentary is concerned. And there are riots, not riots as such, and there are, you can say, protests that are going on, and these are not relevant for PubEd as such again. And apart from that, hotel opens its door to protesters. This is something that you can use in your GS4 insofar as the compassion is concerned, or you can say the topics like you can say the kind of compassion, empathy, sympathy, you can use this thing insofar as the this thing is concerned. Okay, I hope you are getting, I'm just telling you the ethics components as well. And apart from that, if you keep on rolling to this, there are no PubEd related articles, I'm just giving you the overview. And then we have this anticipatory bail thing. We are already done with this thing in the previous edition in the month of September, or for that matter I guess in October itself. We have covered this anticipatory bail, which all are the things that are relevant for your PubEd law and order administration, so you can refer to that as well. Okay, so there is no need to go into those things. The important article for you is this itself: personal choices, the constitution's endurance. So basically this article is in the context of recent love jihad ordinance, the conversion ordinance by the UP government, and you have to read this out because this is relevant for your public administration paper 2 hashtag philosophical framework of the Constitution of India. In that there is a topic called value premises, and under value premises we have the topics like fundamental rights, fundamental duties and directive principles of state policies, etc. And in that context you have to cover the right to life, you have to cover the right to marriage, and right to life is a part, right to privacy as well. So from that context it becomes really important for you to read this specific article. This article is talking about that how legality of the conversion and love jihad ordinance might be challenged, or how legality is in question after the you can say the KS Puttaswamy judgment, because pre Puttaswamy era, in that era right to privacy was not you can say accepted as the right, as a part of right to life. But after Puttaswamy judgment, after KS Puttaswamy judgment, right to privacy is a fundamental right under article 21 of the Indian Constitution. And because of that thing, this thing you can say now the scenario is changed, and now the people, this even the conversion and even the means even if the conversion is not coerced, not forced, or if it is a kind of free will thing, then automatically it is a part of privacy, it is a part of right to life, it is a part of right to dignified life. So dignified life is something that is the crux and that is the core of this article, and it is talking about all the dimension. It has mentioned one you can say post Puttaswamy in the, you can say, in the era, we can divide the era pre Puttaswamy, post Puttaswamy. So in the post Puttaswamy era, this question was there in front of Allahabad High Court, and in the Salamat Ansari judgment, the Allahabad High Court highlighted the you can say this right to marriage and all these things in the context of right to privacy, and basically things are there. You can just read this out and you can have the proper, you can say, analysis of this thing. And insofar as the public administration is concerned, let me tell you this thing, this is very important for you to understand. If you read so today's your homework is you have to cover right to privacy, you have to cover right to privacy. Just read out the judgment, okay, just go to the judgment, just type on Google right to privacy judgment, you will find this thing. Let me tell you this thing, that in this judgment, in this nine judge bench was there in this judgment, right to privacy judgment, means the KS Puttaswamy judgment. So in that particular judgment, under right to privacy, under the judgment, it has been clearly written that privacy of the individual or right to privacy leads to right to life, and it also recognizes the fact that Indian society is heterodox in nature, means it talks about the, you can say, heterodox or the diverse nature of Indian society, and right to privacy, the privacy right will promote this thing. These are the keywords that you should mention, that even in KS Puttaswamy judgment, the Supreme Court clearly highlight in this judgment that right to privacy, not only it would affect the right, it is the, you can say, core component of right to dignified living, but also it promotes the heterodoxy and the kind of religious diversity or the diversity in India. So heterodoxy, in turn, this heterodoxy thing under right to privacy, this thing that yes, it is promoting the heterodoxy and the religious diversity, that thing can be linked to a topic of your Ricks. Ricks was talking about prismatic society, and under prismatic society, formalism, overlapping and heterodoxy are the feature of this prismatic society, and this prismatic society is talking about heterodoxy, and that heterodoxy is highlighted in the right to privacy judgment. So you can use this right to privacy judgment in order to prove that Indian society has the heterodoxy and how right to privacy is affecting that heterodoxy. So in this way, whenever there is a question on Ricks, you can mention heterodoxy. Let's say you are talking about heterodoxy in any way, you can mention that KS Puttaswamy judgment talks about this thing in order to show the linking, the interlinking in your answer. I hope you are getting this thing. Okay, so in this way you can link the paper 2 things with paper 1 things, or even in paper 2, let's say there is a question on right to privacy under the constitutional, the philosophical framework, then you can mention Ricks. Okay, I hope you are getting. So both ways round you can link the things like this. I hope you are getting, and I hope what I am trying to say, how to link the things insofar as the public administration is concerned. Okay, this is it, and I hope you are getting all the points with respect to this article. Just read this article, go through this article. Apart from that, protest is going on. The core is procurement. So here the article is talking about the thing that neither the you can say the government cannot afford to you can say basically because here let me tell you the crux. It is not for PubEd, but here just I would like to draw a diagram so that you can remember. So the thing is that this article is simply saying that this is, you can say, this is, let's say this is the MSP mechanism, and after MSP here you will find the public distribution system mechanism. Okay, and let's say this is FCI. FCI is procuring the things from, here we have farmers. Okay, so FCI is procuring this thing at, you can say, this MSP. At the MSP they are procuring the paddy and food grains and all, and that thing in turn will go to the public distribution system, where people will get the things in the subsidized price, means here you will get the fair prices, fair price shops. Okay, so this is the chronology. So as of now, farmers are demanding that give this legal status to MSP. Okay, isn't it? But here the article is talking about this thing, that no matter whether MSP is a legal right or not, the thing is that FCI, Food Corporation of India, and this PDS, this thing means, the thing is, the crux is, the food grains that the people get at this fair price shop or from the PDS, public distribution system mechanism, here National Food Security Act is already there, and this National Food Security Act, it talks about this thing, right to food, as the legal right. Okay, so because of National Food Security Act 2013, this right to food is the legal right, and if this right to food is the legal right, government has to give the food. And from where government will get the food? Government will get that food grain from the farmers, from FCI. So already if government will not procure this thing at MSP, how the government will give this thing to the you can say to the people under this right to food? Okay, so if there is a obligation here, so automatically MSP will become the obligation for the government, because ultimately how they can procure? Okay, so directly it is not there, but so the thing is that the writer is saying that it is neither in the interest of farmers nor in the interest of government. Okay, even government cannot afford to basically stop the MSP. So farmers should understand, and government should tell this thing to the farmers, that MSP is not a legal right, but right to food is the legal right. So there is a kind of interlinking between the two, and you can use this diagram, you can make this diagram, you can draw this diagram in your answers as well. So this is a GS thing, but as the diagram can be made, so I have covered this thing as well. And there are some other articles. One article you have to cover for public administration is this, a morale boost for police person. So here the writer is talking about this thing. Writer has given different examples that are not relevant for your examination, but yes, writer is saying that many police personnel lost their lives in this COVID-19 pandemic situation, and there is a need to recognize those things and to give some medal or some awards or some achievement award recognition or something like that to the police personnel. So it is relevant for your public administration, because here two units can be linked. One unit is the law and order administration, because police personnel are at the core of this article. The second thing that you can link is the morale and motivation chapter of your administrative behavior, and you can also link it with the thinkers like Abraham Maslow. And you can also, because Abraham Maslow, self-actualization is the need of the you can say the motivation, and apart from that you can also link it with the thinkers like we have Frederick Herzberg. Herzberg was talking about two-factor theory, and that two-factor theory talks about hygiene factor and motivation factor, and motivation factor include many components, and it talks about recognition and all those things, and you can mention the things like this. And this is it, and there are no more articles. Two articles are there, we have covered those things, and one article is there in which the kind of diagram can be plotted, and I have made that diagram. I hope you are getting. This is it for the day. The short video is there. You can like, share and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye and take care.